Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between XiaoKK and Infi. This game taking place here on Terranistan. I should unpause it, as XiaoKK has spawned as the blue orc on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Infi has spawned as, well, the red night elf on the bottom right. Now, a couple of things to note. I know a lot of people don't like all of the words or the chat that is being displayed, the subscription, the tip jar, all of those things that are happening. I hear you. It's no longer centered. For those of you guys who have a little bit of OCD or just like things balanced, then yeah, I totally get it. I wish I didn't have to do this. But YouTube's kind of put me in a little bit of a corner. Now, first of all, I want to say I don't do casting for the money. But without the money, it's a little bit harder to justify taking out an hour or two out of my day. Language, please. An hour or two out of my day in order to get all of these casts done. For those of you guys who wonder how much I earn from YouTube, I think it was enough to cover my phone bill and my cable bill. So about $180 a month. And so, you know, an hour or two worth a day. If you guys do the math, that comes out to be about $6, and $6 a day is how much I'm earning. YouTube recently changed its ad policy because I have video game content, and apparently I might be inappropriate for a lot of people. I don't get paid on my first 1,000 views on a lot of my videos now, so that's actually going to drop down to about $2 a day. Because of that, what you're seeing right now, the description, the subscriptions, the follows, the cheers, all of that is directly supporting me to make sure that my life is all balanced. And I am going to end with that since we have hit the 2-minute mark, and I'm going to go ahead and cast this game. I just wanted to get this out there for those of you guys. Anyways, Warden now out onto the field. You can take a look. Is going to go ahead and try and clear out this Renegade creep camp. Not quite sure why the Warden isn't engaging here. That is a lot of healing onto that Ancient of War. Meanwhile, the Warden's going to come across here, try to finally deal some damage. Blade Master up off to the north, sells a Circuit of Nobility, has picked up a Mantle of Intelligence after clearing out one of those Apprentice Wizards, and could be making its way over to the Renegade Wizard now. With that said, the Blade Master should be able to deal enough damage there and then back off, only picking up the item. Probably doesn't want to waste the remaining time to clear out the rogues. Also, you see the Voodoo Lounge is already completed. A second Orc Burrow has been placed down, so the Voodoo Lounge was placed down, upgraded tier 2, followed by the Orc Burrow right there. That's going to make it so that the Blade Master can go ahead, pick up some healing salves. No, not going to pick up healing salves? Alright, goes back, picks up some healing salves and a Scroll of Speed, heal back up, and then make its way out. Now with 2 Circlets of Nobility, that's already +4 on every single stat, which essentially makes that Blade Master level 2 in terms of stats and damage. Warden now making its way down across here, does have True Shot Aura, which is a very powerful ability, but doesn't really help the Warden often. Lupin, thank you for dropping on by, saying hi. And I think you've already followed. If you haven't done so, please hit the follow button, as it does help me with my Twitch partner or affiliate status. Anyways, Blade Master now wandering out and about. Wow, control my minimap. As the Blade Master looking to go after some Wisp here. This space is completely wide open, and I am surprised as the Blade Master is going to be able to get, maybe 2 to 3 shot many of these units. There's some detonations already, as the Wisp are now trying to hide every which way. Another Windwalk Strike goes down and finishes off another Wisp there. Now, he could try and take down another Wisp here. A little bit of damage will be done, but a Moonwell should be able to get in some good healing, as the Blade Master now going after perhaps an Ancient of Wonders. Ancient of Wonder taking a little bit of damage. There it goes, takes down a Wisp once more. Ancient of Wonders is now trying to wander back around. Yeah, Windwalk Strike getting some damage onto that Blade Master there, as the Ancient of Wonders down to 190 hit points. Has to be very, very careful. It could root itself. It would get additional armor, and then it would actually be healing with fortified armor. That might have been the better call. Being able... Oh, wait, Blade Master down to 19 hit points. Is it going to be able to get the healing salve? Yes, it will. Wow, that healing salve. But, oh... That is hilarious. The Shadow Strike still finishes him off. I was just about to explain. Every time he healing salves, the Shadow Strike comes in and does that little dance and like pokes for 30 damage. And he used another healing salve. It wore off again, and then it used another healing salve. So the Blade Master forced to be resurrected back at the tavern. Wow. All right, Blade Master now back up off to the north. Gonna see how he recovers. That is a big loss in terms of hit points, mana, and time, as he's forced to resurrect right there. Going after that Troll Shadow Priest, takes him down. Now going after the Sasquatch. That Blade Master already used 5 charges of healing salve trying to save himself, and he just couldn't do it. That Warden at level 3, that level 2 Shadow Strike doing more than enough damage there. As you can take a look at the Warden now slowly getting healed back up. Let's take a look at this. The Warden very low on hit points, down to 141. Has to be very careful, but perhaps confident enough. No, that bash from the Taskmaster doing far too much damage as you finally see him taken down. Wand of Mana Stealing, but I cannot imagine the Warden wants to go anywhere closer to his opponent's neck of the woods. The Warden get experience for the Blade Master, yes. The Warden should still get the experience since the killing blow was dealt damage by the Warden there. We now see the Shadow Hunter joining in on the fight, as well as the Shadow Hunter going to make its rounds out. Alright, what's going to be happening next? Blade Master healing back up. We do see Sentry Ward, Circlets of Nobility, Slippers of Agility, Mantle of Intelligence, which should be transferred back to the Shadow Hunter. And, well, are we going to see more creeping? We do see, this is one of the reasons why it's hard to keep track of the mini-map when Fog of War is off. If you look at Fog of War right here, it says there's a building here. But obviously there's no building here. I thought maybe an expansion attempt was underway. For all the people who like to criticize me, how come you can't keep track of the mini-map? Well, without observers, the Fog of War doesn't properly update, thereby causing problems. Anyways, we can take a look. Kobold Geomancers fighting back, slow across multiple units, and this is a little bit dangerous for any orc armies because you never want to have your army engaging while it is completely debuffed. There is the Shadow Hunter here ready to go. It looks as though the Warden, however, nowhere near close enough to actually suffer any of that damage there, as I believe that was a Cloak of Shadows sale. Is he going to pick up a Potion of Invulnerability? Yes, she will. Warden is female, hence why it can, in fact... Oh, thank you for the cheer right there. Big cheer there as the Blade Master now heads back off to the north. Hopefully, maybe that was for the Blade Master getting killed by the Shadow Strike. Interesting times. Thank you, Red Warrior. Anyways, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest now looking to back off, getting into some easy strikes. And this is just a good job of maintaining and controlling your opponent. Hey, 50 cents is like 25% of how much I earn a day. So, oh, Goblin Zeppelin pickup right there. Beautiful micro as the Zeppelin now heads on out. Forest Troll Berserker now looking to back off. Let's take a look at the total population. 40 supply compared to 31. And XiaoKK with the larger army making his way through. Wisp, are we going to see some detonations? And the timing is going to be key here. It is dual Ancients of Lore instead of Ancients of Wind, interestingly enough. Now, you take a look at this. All of the damage is being dealt back. You can see Ancient of War and the Warden is moving around very quickly. Can it actually finish off some of these units? That is the big question. All right, there goes a Hex. Units coming back the other way. That Warden moves around very quickly, even without the just because of the Boots of Speed. Even though it was Hex, you see a Goblin Shredder now joining in on the fight. As I've mentioned before, it seems kind of strange that a Night Elf would even consider cutting down trees to get their essence. That's assuming that's what a Wisp does. But yeah, I guess desperate time calls for desperate measures, and the Warden is perhaps those to use any means necessary to try and control everything off. All right, gonna go ahead and drop off at the opponent's side of the base. There's a big Fan of Knives, Wand of Illusion as well, as the Renegade Wizard will get taken down. Oh, big stop here. There's a Lightning Shield onto an Archer. Scroll of Town Portal quickly being used. Is it going to focus down any of those units there? Oh, nope. It looks as though XiaoKK gets one of those kills, as indicated by the gold that you saw off of the kill. But the remaining experience... Okay, I can't tell which ones are illusions either. Okay, down across here. Robe of Magi given to the Warden. That is extremely dangerous. As well, we also see the Robe of Magi still being held on to, even though he is using Well, using... well, no, finally drops it. Alright, I'm not quite sure what is actually better. You do get better mana regeneration, but I think the mana regeneration off of the Clarity Potion offsets the Robe of Magi. Once you do pick it back up, it does jump back up significantly higher. As we now see a Staff of Teleportation, where is this Warden going? Warden goes to the other neck, teleported onto an illusion in order to get this damage across. Alright, this is going to be a big deal. If this Great Hall does get cancelled, is it dropping? Yes, it is. It is dropping. 2 more shots. There it goes. There's a cancellation right there, as it does use a potion of invulnerability to shake off. The Raider was mid-animation on that ensnare. I don't know if you noticed it, but you can see, oh, there's the ensnare now. All right, the remainder of the army has shown up. The Raiders do not want to try and engage there at all, as the Warden desperately wants to get to level 5. Level 5 will be big and crucial in this fight here, trying to take down the remainder of these units. Kobold Geomancer tried to cast slow, quickly abolished off right there, as we now see another expansion attempt coming down. A new Great Hall being established. What will end up happening here? Warden wants to get to level 5. Level 3 Shadow Strike, level 3 Fan of Knives, both of those abilities nothing to sneeze at. The problem is the lack of bears or any other type of healing. Without any other type of healing, things are going to get rather difficult, as we now see Infi is setting up an expansion here and entangling this gold mine. Blade Master could come across and get some damage to try and stop the mining, but that building is free. It does not cost anything, and essentially you're trading time to try and stop gold without getting ahead at all, which is a bit of a big deal. All right, Warden heads back home. Should be dropping the Robe of Magi, getting up some more mana, and using another Moonstone. Infi using those Moonstones very effectively, but perhaps should be getting into a higher Moonwell count. Higher Moonwell count would definitely help. I'm constantly trying to buy all of those Moonstones and trying to heal continuously, as we are looking at a mass army of 1-0 upgraded Dryads. Dryads are extremely weak to these Raiders with their medium armor. The Raiders, the fact that they have siege damage as well, means that they will be dealing bonus damage to those Dryads. The thing that will perhaps counteract it all is if you can get some good Fan of Knives, some good burst damage across all of these units, as the Ancient of War now absolutely taking a big beating. Ancient of War could uproot. All right, Blade Master only sitting at level 3 though. That is a lot of focus fire. There's a Spirit Link. There's a Fan of Knives across multiple units. Healing Wave going across as the Ancient of War does get taken down. Warden is still fighting across here. You can see Abolish Magic being used across every which way. Are we going to see a Scroll of Healing to try and protect this Ogre Mauler? As you see, there's a Scroll of Healing being used at the last possible second. Goblin Shredder now joining in on the fight as well. The Ogre Mauler is in a dangerous spot, but it is the one dealing major damage. As you see, a beautiful Fan of Knives hitting across multiple units once again. Potion of Invulnerability is right there. Blade Master, 186 critical strike. Dryads, a beautiful Fan of Knives once more. And all of a sudden, the Spirit Link being constantly removed. Oh no, Hex, 125 Potion of Invulnerability. Abolish Magic onto the Warden. Will the Warden be able to get enough? Gets up to level 6. Will it go for Blink? That's the big question. Another Shadow Strike right there as the Goblin Zeppelin picks up the final couple of targets. All right. Picking up the remaining Dryads. 1, 2, gets the Grunt. Beautiful, beautiful micro by Infi to save all of these units. And the fact that it is still nighttime means that these Moonwells are here and ready to go. Supply count 29 to 39. Look at all of these low hit point units. The Warden with a battlefield of skeletons out here. That is going to be absolutely pivotal in the upcoming fight. All right, where's the Avatar? There's a Shadow Strike. Shadow Strike to finish off the units instead of the Avatar of Vengeance. Curious choice, but I guess he believed his opponent was going to be running away. Warden still has a Potion of Mana, which means that at any point she can quaff that potion and go ahead and summon that Avatar of Vengeance. No mana stealing. All right, trying to use that Robe of Magi to the best ability, using some Clarity Potions as well. Picks up that Potion of Mana once more. No, uses a Potion of Mana and then picks up a new one. Yeah, some really sick micro in this game so far, as we are now going to be going off to the north. Orc Burrow is going to be under some distress. Dryads are all here, ready to go. XiaoKK with 44 supply compared to a 50 supply. And are we just going to see a bit of, expansion trading? There is the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life is going to get taken down. Wisp are now all out. Are they going to start detonating or repairing? As we now take a look back across here, Avatar of Vengeance is out. Look at all of these, well, beautiful, beautiful peon bodies all of a sudden turning into Spirits of Vengeance. Warden level 6, it may not matter. All of these Avid Spirits of Vengeances will simply just dive in and take out all of these Orc Burrows. The Orc Burrows have heavy armor, not fortified. They'll take full damage, and we are not at Fortress. So the Spirit of Vengeances, which are immune, they're invulnerable, literally cannot take damage, will be able to just dive in and stop all of these Orc Burrows. All right, in comes the Warden right here. You can take a look. Avatar, you can... yeah, this is exactly what you don't want to see as an Orc army. A whole bunch of invulnerable, piercing damage taking down your burrows. Teleporting back to the other side. Dryads all in position. Here you go. Big fight. Fan of Knives coming across as we see all of the units now trying to run away. Is that Grunt going to be able to get away in time? It looks like it will. One Moonwell lost. 44 supply compared to 47 over 40. XiaoKK actually is the one not upside down. I believe two Moonwells were lost. Infi losing 2 Moonwells. That is a huge blow. As we... well, actually, no, not 2 Moonwells. 1 Moonwell and 1 Tree of Life. All right, Warden. Avatar of Vengeance is about halfway done. The Dryads are now just simply going to march their way up. What are we going to be looking at next? There are no skeletons out onto the field. That is the major issue right now, as we're going to see. Well, beautiful. No, Phantom Knives right there, as we mentioned. Spirit Link going around. Shadow Strike onto some units. Could be happening momentarily. Warden does not have Blink, though. Will not be able to get in and out of sticky situations. Another beautiful Phantom Knives, as the big problem right now, there are no bodies for the Avatar of Vengeance. All right, what are we going to see? If one finally makes its way out. Now, the Blade Master, if it takes down Dryads, it will just be replaced by a Spirit of Vengeance. And that is that, I guess, is perfect for the theme. You take down a Dryad, and one just takes its place, and it is invulnerable, dealing even more damage. All right, another Phantom Knives could finish down. Yeah, 2 Raiders taken down right there, and that should be the game. The Spirit of Vengeance, the Avatar, constantly picked up and dropped back down. The Warden, low on mana, has to be careful. Another Phantom Knives goes across, and that is the game right there. Infi takes it over XiaoKK there on Tyrannus Stand. A really, really close battle. That was an amazing game right there, going back and forth. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have not done so, you can follow me on Twitch. All of my stream information is there as well. Follow me on Facebook if you want to get a hold of me. I generally stream on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's my only consistent time for now. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hello, Orb Knight. How you doing?